Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you to everyone for making it. It's really a privilege to be here with all of you. And I would like to thank the United Nations Deputy Secretary General, the National Basketball Player Association, and the United Nations Global Compact for making this possible. You know, for me, from an early age, I recognized my immense privilege as an athlete. You know, as my rookie season in the NBA began to conclude, I was grateful for what God has provided me. A journey, an opportunity, but more importantly, the realization that I now had a microphone for change. And as a 19 years old, I began to dream about a world beyond basketball, one in which I'm able to help kids back home in Africa, kids who grew up with very little like me. A few days after my NBA rookie season ended, I developed a plan to journey back home to serve my people in the Democratic Republic of Congo, starting with my own town, Lubumbashi, which is located in the southeastern part of Congo, where I hosted my first free basketball camp. Then later year, we went to Kinshasa, which is the capital, and the year after that, we went to Goma, which is located in the east part of the country. At first, it felt like crazy because you're trying to figure out how can we set it up? How can we make it a success? And how can we get the words out? And me being a teenager myself, I remember a lot of people told me I was too young to start this type of initiatives. But then I began questioning myself. If I don't do it, who will get it done? Do I wait for the next person? Or I am the next person? So I was encouraged by the need for change. As you look at Africa as a whole, and Congo especially, Congo is such a beautiful and rich country, and I understand what it feels like to live in that country, yet is one of the poorest. So I was very encouraged by the need for change. Although at the time as a young guy, you know, you're so motivated to do good in your community, you want to do everything. So you know, when I was packing the equipment for the camp, I took my speakers, and I said, I'm gonna be a DJ, a referee, a coach, a strength coach. But as you can tell, I must have failed at some of them, right? Which I did. But we still had a great time, you know. While our first camp was small, it was so impactful for me. It opened my eyes to all the possibilities. It was joyful to be with these kids, educated, not so educated, rich, poor, and watch them have fun was a reminder to me that we must create an environment that's peaceful and joyful that would allow these kids to be kids. There were so many great aspects to the camp, like being able to leave behind equipment and clothes so these kids can have enough support when the camp ended. But the best part for me was being able to coach and touch the lives of 25 amazing kids, helping them become better athletes, and I was hopeful for more thoughtful human beings. You know, when you look at sports, sports has become a bridge to also figure where we can educate our young brothers and sisters. So we really stress how important sport education was. Amazingly, few of those kids from our first camps did so well in school and in basketball that they should receive athletic scholarships to American colleges and universities. Thank you. Thank you. So sports has opened an entirely new pathway for them that ultimately led to better jobs and more prosperous lives for them and their families. Sports help transform their lives. Sports hold a unique power to spark change. And I'm reminded of the words of one of our great fathers, Nelson Mandela, who said, sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does. With the success of my first sports camps and my later camps, I was inspired to help more kids and their families. In 2016, I established the Bismarck Biyombo Foundation with the mission to catalyze and develop Congolese youth through sports education, and then it became my mission to also help the population in healthcare. In just a few short years, we have made strides in the Congo that fill me with immense hope and pride. We have funded schools and our scholarship to kids across the country, but our mission really has become to also promote gender equality. We also run healthcare clinics, and we are in the early stages of building an hospital of my late father, Biombo. But we still need outside partnerships and a shared vision. My early basketball camps were lucky enough to have corporate partners include NBA teams that I play for and my shoe sponsor, Jordan Brand. These corporate partners are critical for long-term success. As athletes, we can build a foundation to help others, but the needs in Africa is far greater than our resources. I believe when leaders in business, government, and community come together, we can unlock a more equitable and prosperous future for people across Africa. But this required the courage and conviction to step up. The work is not easy. I think we all know that. But it's going to take all of us, because in the end, if Africa wins, we all win. And I also believe it's worth it. And the world needs more of our voice, more of our goodwill, more of our spirits to inspire hope and create change. If we band together across sectors and professions and governments, our effort will bear fruits. The children of Congo and across Africa will live to see a brighter day, a day when opportunity abounds, potential is fulfilled, and young talents have the resources to flourish. As we discuss off-court and across Africa, the economy of sports, let's remember we can accelerate Africa's economic growth and make sustainable and impactful change. I encourage each of you to join this wonderful mission of ours to develop our beautiful home, Africa. There's still so much work to be done, but I've never been more hopeful for Congo's future. Because where I'm from, the potential sits bubbling over and under the surface, waiting to emerge, which reminds me that the sky is truly the limit. Let this be our legacy, brothers and sisters, to have left Africa better than we found it. For our ancestors who struggled for our children, the young dreamers, and the dignity of all who call this beautiful continent home. Let's not just make plays. Let's make history together. Thank you for listening.